Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger with SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, October 5th through Sunday, October 11th, 2015. So we're into the month of October now. September was definitely a month of intense energies, a lot going on in that month with a new moon solar eclipse, Saturn moving into Sagittarius, Pluto going direct, Mercury retrograde, and ending the month out with a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Aries. So that lunar eclipse especially, endings and new beginnings. And we're now still going to be seeing the result of all of those intense energies of September as we move into the month of October. For this weekly reading, we're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck, and your special message card, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from messages from the Angels Oracle deck, also from Doreen Virtue. So let's take a look at your stones of choice for this weekly reading. First we have a rose quartz egg, and rose quartz is all about unconditional love, unconditional self-love, unconditional love for other people. This vibrates to the heart chakra. This is about our emotions and feelings and relationship matters. So this can definitely bring in a lot of healing in that area. Your second stone of choice, this is a sodalite cabochon. And sodalite is a blue stone. It vibrates to the throat chakra, and I'm going to say the ear chakras as well. So this is where we speak our truth, communicate our truth, but also where we can receive clairaudient messages from our angels and guides. Your third stone of choice is a double terminated citrine. So citrine points on both ends, and the citrine vibrates to the solar plexus chakra, your center of willpower and confidence. So this is where your leadership abilities are, your force of will, and your ability to feel very confident in yourself as you move forward on your path. Your stones of choice are the rose quartz egg, the sodalite cabochon, and the double terminated citrine point. So let's start by looking at the astrology for the week. We start out with Tuesday, October 6th, and we have the Sun in the sign of Libra, challenging or squaring Pluto, which is in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Pluto is about power, control, transformation, regeneration, death and rebirth. And of course the Sun in Libra is all about partnerships, relationships, but also about our own sense of inner balance and harmony. And I feel like with the Sun squaring Pluto on Tuesday, we're going to feel pushed to own our power. Okay, that's the way it feels, is we're going to feel challenged or pushed to own our own sense of power on that day. Now also on Tuesday the 6th, we have Mars in the sign of Virgo opposing Neptune in Pisces. And Mars is our physical energy, our forward momentum and energy, our movement along our paths. But Neptune tends to kind of dissipate, and it's a very spiritual planet. It deals with the spiritual realm, and it's very not tangible. And so with these two planets opposing one another, I feel like the steps we're trying to take forward are kind of lost in confusion. Yeah, and I feel like also our physical energy might be a little bit usurped on that day. So between the Sun challenging Pluto and Mars in this opposition challenging aspect to Neptune, it's going to be a day again where I feel like there's confusion, not feeling very grounded, not sure of what the next step is, or the steps that we are trying to take to move forward on our paths. You know, it's going to maybe not start to manifest the way we think or in the timing that we desire on that day. And also at the same time, again, we're feeling pushed to stand in our power and to be empowered. Now, as we move to Thursday, October 8th, We have Venus changing signs. It's moving from the sign of Leo, where she's been for quite a while now. And while Venus was in Leo, she just wanted to be appreciated. She wanted to be recognized for who she was and what she had to offer, especially in relationships. Now that she's moving into Virgo on the 8th of October, she's going to become much more discerning and almost a bit logical about what it is that she wants and desires in relationship, and even what she wants and desires in regards to finance, money, and the steps needed to get to that sense of prosperity and abundance. So we're going to be, you're seeing a lot more critical types of energies with Venus and Virgo. And again, more of a logical, mind-based, discerning energy with Venus going into Virgo. On Friday the 9th of October, Mercury in Libra is finally turning to direct motion. So we had Mercury retrograde the month of September, and now it's getting ready to move forward. So the decisions that we need to make in our lives, some of the things that we have on our mind, projects, goals, ideas, this can all start to now move forward without any encumbrance, without any obstacles in our path. But also because Mercury is in the sign of Libra, this is also going to be bringing some clarification to relationship matters in our lives. The other very significant thing with this Mercury direct on the 9th of October is that as it's turning direct, it's conjuncting the North Node in the sign of Libra. And the North Node, as well as the South Node, are karmic points that deal with our destiny. The North Node in particular is where we're supposed to be going, where we're supposed to be heading on this spiritual journey. It's what we're supposed to be working towards manifesting, whereas the South Node is more of the past, bringing in past issues or past energies or thoughts or belief systems, as well as past life circumstances. But with the North Node being in Libra, conjuncting Mercury turning direct in Libra, we're headed towards the path of harmony. We're headed towards the path of equality and balance within our relationships. And one of the biggest ways we're going to get there is through communication. Mercury is all about communication, so we need to have equal, open, honest, balanced communication with those other people in our lives, whether it be romantic relationships, friendship relationships, family relationships, and even business relationships. It's that sense of equality and balance that's going to help us to move forward in the best possible way. Now on Saturday, the 10th of October, Venus in Virgo is making a challenging aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius. Again, Venus in Virgo can be quite discerning and overly analyzing and logical, and with it making a challenging aspect to Saturn, Saturn often limits and restricts energies. And even though it's now lighter, as it's in the sign of Sagittarius, rather than it being in Scorpio, we're still dealing with some sort of feelings of restriction or limitation as far as our logic and what we logically desire to move towards in regards to relationships or finances. And that Saturn in Sagittarius wants to bring us those blessings. It wants to manifest those blessings. But on that day, you might find that there's a little bit of a feeling of challenge again, or feeling like we're being held back in some way from achieving that or reaching that. But it's not going to be a long-lasting energy. So just, stay in a place of faith and trust that you're going to move through that. And then we end up the week on Sunday, October 11th, and we have Jupiter in Virgo in a very positive aspect to Pluto in Capricorn. Now, Jupiter is about expansion and making things bigger. And of course, Pluto ultimately is about our sense of power or empowering ourselves. So I feel like we're needing to expand into our power, or we're taking the small steps that we need to feel more empowered and believe that we're more empowered on that day. Also on the same day, we have the Sun in Libra opposing Uranus and Aries. And so there's this kind of push-pull energy of merging with other people, or balancing our relationships in our lives with our sense of independence and our sense of self and sense of breaking free and feeling free from something or from some circumstance or energy. So there's a little bit of a balancing act that's needing to go on there as we're expanding into our belief system of power on that day. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's shuffle the cards and pull the cards that are going to be our message for this week. So we're going to give these a little bit of a shuffle, call in our angels and guides, teachers of the light, ascended masters, and archangels to bring forth whatever messages, wisdom, and knowledge is in everyone's highest and best interest for October 5th through October 11th, 2015. Okay, so there's our cards, and you know what, there's a fourth one that's kind of sticking up, so I'm going to pull that one as well. And let's start by looking at the first card for the week. Okay, we start out with the Ace of Water. This is a nice new beginning of the emotions and feelings. It says falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, and it could also mean a new home. So this really covers a lot of ground. Basically, in general, we're dealing with a new beginning because it's an ace. And this new beginning is in the realm of how we feel. It's in the realm of the emotions. So there might be a new beginning as far as relationship matters, a new beginning with how we feel about ourselves or how we're nurturing ourselves. It can definitely be that we're thinking about moving to a new home or area. And it's also, again, about enhanced psychic perceptions or intuitions, more of a kind of a gut feeling, intuitive, emotional way. So there's a lot going on here with this particular card, and I feel like we're definitely needing to turn over the next card to get more information. But let me take a look at the imagery here. I feel like I'm drawn to this. It looks like a dragon image coming out of the back of this mermaid here. Actually, you know what? It looks like a dragon. This is actually, that's so funny, because this is actually the mermaid's body and tail. But when I took a first glance, it was like the image of a dragon, and I feel like it was a guide. So I feel like, as far as this new beginning, you have a new guide that's coming in, a new angel or guide or ascended master that's coming in to help you as you transform yourselves into this new beginning or this new way of feeling. But let's take a look at the next card to get more information. Okay, the Eight of Fire. So this says events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. Now the 8 is about empowering ourselves. This is about abundance, prosperity. The fire suit is about spiritual energy and movement of spiritual energy. And this is definitely saying, if you can look at the imagery, there's all these wands here with light coming off in various different directions of various colors. So there's going to be a lot happening here in the realm of our emotions, in the realm of new beginnings in different ways. And, it's no wonder with all of that intense energy we had in September. Again, this is the aftermath. This is the time that we're kind of starting to have some clarity in regards to all that happened in the month of September. While it was happening, it was almost happening so fast and so intensely that we couldn't really see what the next step was, or we couldn't see the clarity of what we needed to in order to move forward. But now things are starting to boop, 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 boop. It's starting to drop into place really quickly, really fast, maybe without you thinking, probably without you thinking, because again, this is the spiritual realm. So Spirit is working behind the scenes, so to speak, in order for all of these new beginnings. And this, to me, they're saying new beginnings, not just with your emotions and feelings, but I feel like it's new beginnings in the outer realm of your life. But, whatever the new beginnings are about really makes you feel good and joyous and happy, and things are moving fast to, get you there. Let's take a look at the third card. Now we have an Earth card, and it's the Five of Earth. It says, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. So I feel like we're having some fears here on the earthly level, the third dimensional level. This usually means fears with money, career, This to me could even be fears about moving, new relationships that might be coming in that you're having fears about. The fears can be basically about anything, but it's of a physical kind of manifestation nature, so it's not emotional fears or just fears on the mental plane. It's fears that are things that are actually occurring in your life, with career and life path and money and finances and movement forward, and relationships that are in your lives. And to me, again, this is this ego stuff. It's releasing those fears and not letting the changes, what I feel like is happening, things are happening so quickly, changes are happening so fast, things are falling into place without you kind of trying to force them or push them into happening. And because it's happening so fast, it's bringing up a lot of fears. One thing that I feel comes in strongly for some of you is that some of you are thinking about maybe moving or relocating. This could be within the same town or state that you're in, but it could also be more of a long-distance move. And that can certainly bring up a lot of fears and insecurities, especially with finances. But your angels and guides want to assure you that you are divinely protected and guided if you follow your truth. And since things are kind of just falling into place like dominoes, you can be assured that it's of a higher purpose. There's a higher purpose behind this if things are falling into place quickly without you, trying to force them into happening. So trust that everything is as it should be, and don't let these fears and insecurities, especially in regards to being supported financially, don't let those get in the way of moving forward. Let's take a look at this extra card that also wanted to come out. Okay, now we have a major arcana. This is the Justice card. So, and here's another number 8. So this is the second number 8 that we have here in this weekly reading. This is the Justice card with Archangel Raguel, and it says, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. So again, this is about empowerment, standing in your truth, owning your truth. And again, not surprising, because the beginning of the week, Tuesday, we had the Sun square Pluto, which was about being pushed into our power, stepping into our power. And at the end of the week, Sunday, we had Jupiter trining Pluto, which was expanding us into our power. So to me, this is the universal realm, the spiritual realm. This is about our soul's journey, our soul's evolution and growth. And we're being empowered as we move forward with the truth of who we are here as a soul, the truth of what our destiny path is all about. And again, we might not have all the details, but your higher soul self and spirit knows where you're going and what you're guided to do. And with all these things starting to kind of happen and fall into place, the changes, the redirections, you're being empowered to do what you know internally is the right thing to do. Do what you know to be your highest truth and stand in your confidence on that. Okay, let's take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. So we're going to give these a little bit of a shuffle and call in the angels of the highest vibration of light, the archangels. And for those of you that chose the rose quartz egg, Omega, beautiful. I love, love, love this card. This says, victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So Omega's message to you is that you are moving in the right direction. Things are falling into place as they should be. Again, release any fears or doubts and just let it happen. Go with the flow. That you are attaining your highest destiny path by following the signs and messages of guidance that you're getting. Whatever it is that you're working towards, career, relationships, finances, it's coming to fruition. May not happen all this week, although it definitely could too, but you're definitely headed in the right direction, on the right path. We're in a place of empowering ourselves, and you can see that this is a Pegasus unicorn, and just really feeling confident, kind of standing on his hind legs, feeling confident in that movement forward. Beautiful card, beautiful message. And for those of you that chose the Sodalite Cabochon, asking the angels to show what card, what message for the Sodalite Cabochon people. Okay, this one's popping out. This one is Xana, It says, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So another beautiful message. This is saying your difficulties, your challenges that you've experienced lately, it's all part of the path. It's all part of the past, excuse me. It's all a time to let it go, that you're moving into a more peaceful, a more balanced time, perhaps a more easy time as things start flowing in a better and more balanced way. Know that whatever you're moving through, you're protected and guided always by your angels. And I definitely feel like, you know, I'm drawing here to the heart chakra here of this angel. And I'm also drawn to the way there's like lines of energy as far as the heart chakra, the wings of the angel. So I'm feeling like this is definitely a spiritual heart opening that you're going through. The spiritual heart opening is opening you up to unconditional love of self, but opening you up to your higher spiritual self. It's like opening you up and connecting you to your higher self, your divine self, your God self. So as you're meditating throughout this week, focus on the heart chakra and focus on that heart chakra opening and expanding to accept the higher blessings of the universe and to accept the higher energy of your spiritual self. Beautiful, beautiful card, beautiful messages. And for the people that chose the Citrine point, okay, we have two cards that are popping out. So I'm going to pull both of them. And I'm just going to do a little test here and see maybe both of them are supposed to be. Is this one? Is this one? Okay, Spirit is saying both of these cards are for the Citrine people. So the first card says, Bridget, caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Now, I feel like this is more of a message for the first part of the week while Mercury is still in its retrograde motion, or as it stations before turning direct, which is, remember, Friday the 9th of October. I feel like there's something more that you need to know. There's something more that you need to understand. It might be something about your own belief systems and thought processes within yourself, or it might be that there's more information or communication coming to you from outside of yourself. I don't feel like this is a bad or scary card. I just feel like there's a need to kind of pause for a moment, reflect, and be open to whatever this further guidance or information is that's coming in. And I have a sense that the second card is going to be more for the second half of the week. And once that information arrives, or once Mercury goes direct, let's see what that message is. Okay, Celeste. This says a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So that makes a lot of sense to me that that's the second card. There is some sort of movement that needs to happen. This suggests moving and relocating, as seems to have been coming up in messages the last, at least the last 2 or 3 weeks in these weekly readings in some way. Now, if it's not moving or relocating to a new place to live or a new home, it also says new movement in employment or career or life path, but this can also be new movement in relationships as well. So this is just new movement across the board. And it's definitely a positive movement of energy, but remember, there's something more yet that you have to know. There's something more that has to click within yourself. Maybe your belief systems need to be more positive and confident and know that you can actually make this movement. Or again, maybe there's some sort of information or messages that need to come in to bring you more clarity as to how to make this move or when to make this move, or that you actually do indeed need to make this move. So I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. I want to send a big thank you to all of you out there that comment and support and share my videos and my Facebook messages. My Facebook pages, for those of you that are new, are Colleen Lemma and Sacred Soul Empowerment. My website, sacredsoulempowerment.com, has many services listed. and the descriptions for those services. If I can help you in any way with a reading or a healing, I would love to be able to connect with you on a more personal level and do that. I also want to thank all of you that have sent in some donations through my website. I really appreciate those donations. It helps me to continue to do these free Facebook posts every day and these weekly and monthly angel card videos and the monthly articles that I do. Those are posted on Angel Messenger as well as my own website. So be sure to also check out angelmessenger.net for some of those videos and the monthly articles. So sending you all much love and light and many angel blessings until next week.